Okay, we're back. We're still in Lawndale. Jack realizes that now we're home because we just basically put Staff in the kennel because one of Staff's problems is he has too much excess energy. We're going to deplete that energy here shortly, but he's in a kennel because we can't trust him during the day. So when the guardian comes home, she opens the door and he is like a mini Tasmanian devil, and it explodes out of the kennel. Now, releasing a dog when it has that unbalanced energy is actually going to result in a dog who's going to run over and romp and do all these other things. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you a way of letting your dog out of the kennel in a very structured way, so the dog understands the only way that I get to leave the kennel is by being completely calm. Now, this might take a couple minutes. Hopefully we can do it on this one video. But the thing about it is I'm going to have the door completely open to the kennel. So the dog has to stay inside the kennel by himself. This helps the dog develop more self-control. So we're going to keep the video rolling. Normally the door will be locked. Now, before we do that, a couple things. When you leave your house, don't say anything to your dog. Don't make a big deal. Mama loves you. Mama's going to be back, and I'm going to give you this. Just put him in the kennel. Walk out the door. When we come home, if our dog's all excited and we jump and we pet our dog, whatever our dog is doing when we pet them is what we're reinforcing. So when you're coming and going, if your dog is excited is not necessarily happy when it comes to dog world. Excited is an unbalanced state of mind. So we come home and your dog gets excited, just walk on by. Don't chastise it, don't tell it to, just keep on doing your thing, put your stuff down. When the dog calms down a little bit, reach over to pet the dog. If he starts to get excited, pull your hand back and go about what you're doing. I had one dog where it was like, if this is the dog's head, it was like, first time I only got that far. Then I walked away. Then we got this far, then that far, then this far, then this far, and almost a touch. And I was able to touch, and the dog stayed completely calm, because the second they start to get excited, my arm goes away and I go away and I don't say anything. Now, if your dog's jumping up on you and humping your leg, those are things we have to disagree with. But if it's just excited energy, usually this happens because the human keeps on rewarding the dog for the wrong thing over and over, and what starts out as a minor problem, after 6 months of that reinforcement, becomes a major problem. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and go on in, and I'm going to show you how to let your dog out of the kennel in a very calm way. We'll see if Staff is as excited as he normally is. Jack, I know you're not anybody. All right, so let's go ahead and let's leave the door open so we have good light. And, no, that's the inside door. There we go. Oh, good boy, Jack. All right, now can you see both of us? You might have to step back a little bit. I don't care if you see my face. I just want you, I would actually have you stand further away so you have a better angle. All right, so we have a kennel right here. Now the door, there you go, Jack. The door, I'm going to actually pull this out a little bit just so I can stand right in front of it. So what I'm going to do, now normally he's a lot more excited than this, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes.
We've only been gone a minute or two, but this will simulate the same thing. So when I open it, now we see the excitement. So I'm using this to keep him from going this way, and I'm blocking it with my feet. Now he's still, if he's pushing and nudging, there we go. When he sits down, I take a step back. When he tries to come forward, I come forward to meet him to disagree with it. Now again, you can use this by pushing this here if you need to.
Okay.
So when I step back, left, right, on it. Actually, I have something here for you, Jack. You get it? You almost got it? There you go, buddy. Bully sticks. Dogs love bully sticks. All right, so he's calmed down a little bit. So I take a left, right away. So he can't stick anything out of the kennel. So if his head sticks out, I rush towards him. When he's stationary, I take one step back, left foot, right foot, and I stop. He sits down, there we go, he laid down. So now I'm several feet away from the kennel, and he is completely calm and relaxed. Now, I don't want to push it too far. This is going to be interesting with Jack, so I'm going to move this here. Okay, so the one thing that I screwed up there is, and
down.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. So now what I'm going to do, if the dog does escape, this gives another opportunity to practice. So the dog escapes, you're going to go grab the dog, lead him back there, don't chastise him. You can film me for this part. Don't chastise him, don't correct him, just grab him and immediately put him back in there. So that was on me because I turned my back. There's some issues with the dogs when they have toys and stuff, and I didn't want Jack to have a problem with the bone, and Jack also has issues with men, so it made it hard for me to correct. So now he's in there, I take a step back away. So what I do for this is I want the dog to be calm. Now, as soon as the dog sits, I take a step back right away. That's my way of saying, because you sat down and challenged me less, I moved further away from the door, which means you're getting closer to getting out. Now, once the dog LAYs is when I will let him out. There we go. Come. Come. So now we have a much different energy. Now his energy's revving up a little bit. We still haven't depleted all his excess energy. And so now we can
Stop!
That's all right. I'm gonna keep filming. Back up. There's no bone left anymore.
Right.
So that's all right.
He's
So
looking for what he got.
No, I understand.
Okay.
But let's film me and we'll wrap this up. So again, we have a situation. Come here, buddy. Where he's overexcited, and if we release him from the kennel and that overexcitedness, then that's going to be much worse than what it was there.
Okay.
He was excited once he got out and had a chance to do it. But if you get in a habit, when I come home, I don't have to kennel her anymore, but when I had a dog that was destroying couches, I had her in a kennel like the same way. I would come home, open the door, I would walk into the other side of the house, wash my hands, change clothes, then I go in the kitchen, and I would, start preparing dinner. The door's completely open. Dog stays in there until I give her the release word. So just because the door's open doesn't mean I can do it, because I have to just demonstrate self-control. The human determines when I get out.
Okay.
So this is how we can let a dog out of a kennel with a little bit of structure, so that they learn that only being calm and balanced is the only way that I'm going to gain freedom or exiting from the kennel.
Okay.